All right, so today what we're going to do is install the Firma 2-in-1 in the Axial Capra. Now this is the 2300 kV 2-in-1, and I don't know if I would have been disappointed with the 1400. There were options. I have never seen, I didn't have anything to go by, so I figured, well, it's brushless. We're going to drop down to an 11 tooth pinion. This will probably be more than strong enough. But right now, the Capra with the 2.2 inch wheels and the bigger tires is just too overgeared, which I knew was going to be the case, so I had already ordered this. It's been sitting here in the shop, so we're going to put it in today, see how that goes. There will be links in the description for everything. You will need the smart programming card for the Spectrum. I did watch, some YouTube videos and got the impression that more often than not, the motor is running already in the wrong direction, and so you need to change that with the card. Even though you can actually go and change that with your radio, this is the actual way you need to do it. So let's get started. All right, so this is pretty simple. 1, 2, you're gonna remove the bolts for the shock, and then down here you just remove this one and this one. You can lift the chassis off, the body off. So, yep, nothing really to it. You need one of these little cordless screwdrivers. Pretty handy. Well, I said screwdriver. It's a driver. I bought a set of these Allen bits to go in it. I'll put links in the description for those things. Like when I put the wheels together, man, that has a lot of screws. It's nice to not have to turn my wrist so many times. That screw wants to stay in there, so I'm going to leave it. So anyway, yeah, I've seen recently I saw a YouTube video, was it a video? Yeah, I think I saw it on a YouTube video. This debate, guy was pretty adamant about not needing a programming card because you can reverse the motor's direction with your radio. And while you can do that, these are brushless motors. And they rely heavily on the timing of the signal to have maximum efficiency and output. And when you reverse, when you get the direction that you want by reversing through the radio, those signals are now out of sync. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, the phase is not at peak efficiency, I guess you would say. So it's off a little bit. You know what I know what it's like, kind of. Of course, this may not make sense either, but it's like a generator that's an inverter generator versus a generator. Nah, that actually doesn't work. I don't have a good explanation. Just get the programming card and change it in the speed controller. All right, so we have our body loose here. I don't know how much of this I can actually do without disconnecting, which I can do. It's not a big deal, but if I can just let it stay flopped over there, I will. Okay, so we need to get this motor out, and I'll be back. All right, so I went ahead and disconnected the motor. The speed controller is just double-sided taped on there. There's the speed controller. So we gotta get this motor out. It looks like I'm gonna have to take the gearbox out. These won't be on the brushless motor. These are called, they're just ferrite. You see them in lots of different things. It's usually, well, yeah, anything with high frequency. They just filter out high frequency out of the wire. The noise of that high frequency prevents glitching. So let me see what we gotta do here. I guess, do I really have to take that out? I think it'll be easier. So, yep, I'm gonna take the gearbox out. So, I'll flip it over here. And it looks like, I've never done this before, so just guessing. This one, maybe that one. I don't know what this one's for. I'll just take them all out. So I'm going to take these screws out and pull that gearbox out. All right, that's the long one. That one's longer. Okay. Oh, so that one's short. Mark that because I'll forget. All right. It just lifts out. Your drive shafts are telescopic, so they just will slide out. And then we'll take this cover off. And then take these gears, or these screws out. These will probably be tight. Nope. All right. So the factory gear is a 14 tooth. We're going to go back with an 11 and this brushless motor. So here's the brushless motor. And let's see, how do I want it oriented? Probably like this. Yeah, that's... should that work? Yeah, that'll work. So... okay. Now let me get my pinion gear. All right, so here's our pinion gear. Always put Loctite on your grub screw for your pinion gear. These gears are under a lot of stress and they get hot, and they're almost always not convenient to have to go back in there and re-secure, and you risk damaging teeth on your gears when they come undone. So just do the right thing. Put the Loctite on it. And then get them tight. Okay, so now you're going to set your gear mesh. Now, you don't want it just all the way flush. You know, smashed until it stops. Is it this one? So, what you're going to do is and also be mindful that sometimes when you go to tighten the screws, the torque will move the motor away. All right. So it's a hard time to film this, and did I get it perfect the first time? So what I do when I do the gear mesh, I go all the way in until it stops, and then I just try to feel. I back it off just enough to not be completely bottomed out. And especially once you get it all snugged up, it would be nice if you could feel a little tick, 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 tick Just a little rock in there. That's perfect. You don't want it completely smashed in there. Some people say I've heard people say, I always put a piece of paper in there. Well, that probably works. Just something to keep it from being completely bottomed out. You know what? I put the wrong damn screws in there, didn't I? How did I do that? No. No, that's not the wrong screws. Is it? Shit. I don't know. Didn't think it was. I gotta take it out and check because it bothers me. Is that a flat screw or conical? I did. What an idiot. Golly. How did I not notice that? Oh, well, I caught it. Good. Still dumb, but I caught it. Thought they felt funny when I tightened them too. All right. This back in. Okay. Gear mesh perfect still. Now we're going to put the cover back on. And then we're going to put it back together. And I don't think you want to watch all that, so see you on the other side. All right, so got it all set up here, got it all back together. I mounted my power switch back here on the servo. I might change it later, we'll see. So we're gonna take it for a spin. Now I will, actually let me do this first. I'm gonna show you something. So you're gonna plug in the programming card to the end of the power switch. Now you've got your programming card right here. Turn it on. It'll show you your version number, select, it's connecting, waiting, software version, crawler mode, throttle and RPM match, which is what you want. So if it gets bogged down, you don't actually have to give it more throttle, it will automatically do that. LiPo cell, auto calculate, voltage cutoff, auto, it's in the middle. You got your thermal, your ESC temperature cutoff. Motor rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. It's set to counterclockwise and I did not have to change that. It happened to be correct. BEC voltage cutoff, drag brake level 4. Sure. Drag brake rate, level 5. Got reverse set at 100%. And restore defaults. So that's what you get with the programming card. Power it off. Unplug it. power it back on. Comes with this little plug to keep crap out of here, so I'm gonna put it back. All right, it ain't slow. It's faster than it was before, and that's with an 11 tooth pinion. I mean, when I say it ain't slow, it is slow, it's a crawler, but you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna go back here to the wood pile. It's noisy, I don't like that. We'll fix it. But right now we're gonna see how it works. Ain't hurting nothing. So before, when I would try to crawl on this wood pile, man, I didn't have this control of a slow crawl like that. I didn't have that kind of control before. What a difference. Wow, what a difference. I'm just gonna set the camera up, let you watch him crawl. All right, so what I've done is I just turned the throttle trim until it just started moving right here. You can see how slow it's crawling. Now, if you're thinking, well, I'll just set that down so you can see. I'll put my foot here. It doesn't stop. It just keeps on going. So I mean, my point is, if you think, well, it's just a minimal amount of power to get it to roll, once it gets some resistance, it'll stop. That's not the case. Turn it up a little. I'm not doing nothing. Just gonna let it go. I'll steer it. Oh. Oh, we're in a bind. Gosh, it might get out of there. I stopped it too soon. Let's see. No way. All right. Well, let's keep going. hate to get my finger stuck in there. All right, well, I think that's all the toy time I've got for today. So I'm gonna go back to the shop, adjust this pinion mesh and see if it gets quieter. Call it a day. Be sure to check out the description for the links. I'll put links in there to everything. So at this point, this Capra has overdrive in the front, about 29, almost 30%, so middle of the road. Spectrum Firma 2-in-1, 2300 kV, INJORA weighted wheels with the Proline super soft tires, which I actually do like. I thought they might be too soft, but they're not. And the INJORA silicone rubber inserts, which are soft. I think those might be classified as medium, but whatever they are, they're green, the green ones. All right, see what we come up with here. I'll tell you, you can take this cover off without taking the transmission out, but the problem is the pin that the idler gear sits on, it just sits in a cup right here in that cover. It's hardly worth the trouble to do it. The gear is going to fall out when you take it out, and when you go to put it back in, you don't have a lot of room to work with here. But if you really pay attention and move intentionally and thoughtfully, you can do it, which is what I just did. I just didn't want to take all this crap back off. But anyway, I just adjusted the gear, and we'll see what happens. All right, I changed the pinion gear mesh, much quieter. So that was the problem. Go back to the wood pile again. All right, we're just gonna let it creep along here. Woo! All right. Well, I think that's enough for this video. We'll catch you next time.